Veterans' voices starting today. We want to honor those serving our country and in some cases learn from them too. This morning we're tackling how you find opportunity in a crisis like a pandemic. Former United States Marine Corps pilot, author, coach, H.Sharperson is joining me live to answer some questions. Carl, so good to see you. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Angela. It's good to see you today.
Yes, I want to be, have full transparency. You're a friend of mine, and always love to talk to you because you have such great advice. You've lived an amazing life and had a wonderful career. Thank you for your service, first of all. But I know that you've done a lot in your career, not just in the services, but you've held big time positions with corporations. So you know a little bit. What do you talk to folks about in general when we're in the middle of a crisis? How to make a change in their life?
Well, I believe that a crisis can cause creativity because there are things that you'll do in a crisis that you would not normally do. And that creativity can lead to opportunity if you look at it that way. Now, there's three things that I believe that are important in order to get through a crisis and thrive in a crisis. Number one is about the mindset. You must have a good mindset. You must believe that you can achieve. Because if your mind goes somewhere, your body will follow. So what do you have to do? You have to put some positive things in your mind in the morning, as well as when you go to bed, put some positive things in your mind before you go to bed. The second thing you have to do is with the pandemic, I was coaching a guy named Joe Smuckatelli. Everybody in the military knows who Joe Smuckatelli is. Joe Smuckatelli came to me. Joe Smuckatelli, job was disrupted. Routine was disrupted. And what happened was he came home. His 5-year-old came home, his 7-year-old came home, his wife came home, everybody's in the house at each other's throat. Routine is disrupted. So one of the things you have to do is you have to create their routine. Anybody that has had a baby knows that a baby likes a routine. The baby wants to know what time they're going to get up, what time they're going to go to bed, when they're going to eat. And if that does not happen, you end up with a cranky baby. So now you have a cranky CEO, a cranky mother, a cranky father because of the pandemic. And then the third thing is being able to reassess what you want to do and what your goals are because your routine has been disrupted. So you got to agree on what that is. And then you develop some strategies and then you get a specific strategy and you take that specific strategy and turn it into action plans that you can do on a daily basis so that you will know every day when you do something that it's going to get you towards that long-term goal that you just reassessed.
I have, read your book, as you know, with my children and husband. I love one of my favorite things that you say is that most people are only working at 50% of their capacity. And I think when somebody hears that, we're almost out of time, so I want to kind of end on this. When somebody hears that about themselves or if they look in the mirror and say, okay, is that true? That's something that you can say, okay, what else can I put forth in my life to maybe make a connection or do to be more successful, whatever that is. Last word on what you want people to know about that 50% capacity.
It's primarily because of two reasons. Number one, the person is not working in a role that they're gifted in. And the second thing is they're not being developed or coached by the leader that's responsible for developing them. Those are the two key things that allow people to work at less capacity than they normally have.
We need to have good leaders out there, good bosses, lots of relationships and connections. And Carl, we sure do appreciate it. I'm going to remind folks that if they want to read or get Carl's book or book him for a speaking engagement, he does this with corporations and he helps leaders become even better leaders. Fox59.com/Angela Answers, and there will be more for you there. Jim, he is a great man who has a lot of great knowledge.